And we are live. Hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma and we are back. Welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome to Virtue's Last Reward. Second game in the Zero Escape series, now on part 7, and it's a lot. And also, if you were here last time, you'll know we just found a dead woman. Because apparently going through slightly different time streams there's a lot more variation in actual events than there was in the first game. I'm just going to click continue so that it doesn't boot us to the opening cinematic. So we did the infirmary and did a lot of wildly unintuitive puzzles, and then we went back to play the Amadeus game, and boom, corpse of a woman we've never seen before through an entire third of the branches of the game. So they are a dead woman in a great dress, as chat points out. This is correct. So yeah. Like, it feels like in the first game, events would have played out largely the same to a certain point, whatever choices we made. Like, all the kind of events happening around us were probably the same, whereas in this, the slightly different choices are leading to radically different series of events, which is cool and interesting and really kind of sells the weird quantumness of it that they're going for. Also, before I start, thank you, Charities Lady, for the 9-month resub. It's your honorary month, indeed. That means you can, for the duration of this month, you can go through any door you want because the number 9 is powerful. This is what the game has taught me. Should we get back into it and see what the hell is up with this dead one? Yes, I do wish to resume from the save. Yeah, sorry I missed Saturday. It's just life has been a whole ass thing. And yes, Temyoji seems to have had quite the reaction to this woman turning up, to the point where I'm wondering if it's, like, somebody he actually knows or what. What? No, that can't be right. Wait, what can't be right? What can't be right? Cool, can't scroll back. Excellent. Something can't be right. Quark can't be. There must be something we can do. Oh, yes, because... Yes, Quark is ill, again? Presumably got the brain plague? Somebody remind me where we left off. I don't remember. This may come through. How can we cure him? Okay, yes, he's got the brain plague. Wait, we've seen this though, haven't we? Nope. Well, the Adam says that there's an antiviral serum called Axelavir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay. Where is it? Was there none in the infirmary? Found a bunch of poison if you want that. No, actually, helpful medicine, just poison. Sigma, Temyoji, and I looked everywhere. We didn't find anything. We didn't find anything like that in the crew quarters either. No luck in the lounge. Once again, lounge is a fun word to say as Dio. Oh God! Then he's going to. Oh God, no! Temyoji's voice broke as he spoke. With a tortured sigh, he collapsed to his knees. Quark? Oh God, can I fast forward? I can't fast forward. Okay, CW for everything that's about to happen. We've been through this before, where he starts screaming and trying to kill himself, so I'll probably be skimming a lot of it. But, yeah, if this bothers you, there is nothing wrong with that. Frankly, it bothers me. So, I don't know, let's hang in there together. Oh, thank God! You're awake! Get away from me! What? Quark, what are you... Sorry, Grandpa. Yeah, that's a point. Temyoji seeming to have, like, he's like, oh no, Quark's going too, and then, like, he knows something about it. I mean, he could have just been like, he's going to die because he's sick and we don't have medicine, but, interesting. Sorry, Grandpa. I can't. I have to. Have to what? What are you talking about? Isn't it obvious? I have to escape. But how? Like this. Quark's hand moved like lightning. It grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight towards his heart. Stop! Alright, no, we've... Really? How is this not new stuff we can't fast forward anyway? We do the fight. Pretty tough for a kid. Guys, I could use a hand here. Dio is useless. Everybody helps me hold down the small child. Temyoji? What the hell are you doing? Get over here! Temyoji! Can you even hear me? Oh! Right. Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? No, I'm not reading all this. Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey, somebody get that scalpel away from him. Right. I've got it. Good job, Clover. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we going to do? We've got to calm him down somehow. Luna. Yes? Are there any tranquilizers in here? No. Well, I mean... What? There's Sopril Beta. Sopril? That's the anesthetic. The one that's in our bracelets. Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that. What? He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Temyoji. It won't hurt him, I promise. But... just hurry up and do it. Come on, Luna. Okay. Let me just... And then we anesthetized the child and everything was fine. Because... the gun cocking sound effect gets me every time. We need to tranquilize this child. I know what'll do that. Chunk, chunk. Okay, I've got it. Good. Wait until he's... Now. Do it now. Right. No! Stop! And then the screaming, and then inject the large anesthetics into the small child leg. And then everybody pants because this game really wants me to do that. Okay, is this not skippable yet? Nope. Why is this not skippable yet? We've had this exact scene. Respiration, blood pressure, brainwaves, everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep. Alright, I guess we're good for now. Yes. What about the anesthetic? How long will it last? He shouldn't wake up for a few hours. Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy. I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had. Yeah? How do you know? Huh? Well... How much do you know about this Radical 6? Oh, not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article Sigma showed me. Is the game really loud for y'all, chat, or do I just need to turn my headphones down? Let me know. You better not be lying. Why would I lie about that? Turn my headphones down? Yeah. I thought that was probably the answer. I think I had them turned up for quiz the other day. I've seen other viruses that do the same thing. I was just making a guess. So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical 6 too? Yes. At least, I think so. So, what kind of virus is Radical 6? Pulled the newspaper article out of my pocket and looked at it again. Everyone else crowded in. Look at this last line. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Are you saying this is some kind of quarantine zone? I already explained this. That's not possible. Why not? Dio ran through what he told the rest of us in the lounge. Then, you're saying the newspaper article was faked? But the virus is clearly real. That Adam machine told us he was infected with Radical 6. Also, I love how your how your complete conviction that the virus is real is because some machine you found told you so. They can just program machines to tell you anything, eh? So, do you know how that thing works? I bet there's 1,000 ways to hack it. Zero Senior probably just programmed it so that it would spit out whatever he wanted. I mean, much as I hate to say it, Dio's talking some sense. Besides, there was something Sigma mentioned. Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic? Have any of you guys, chat? This is deeply bizarre playing this at the moment, I'll be real. Well, no. But I have heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon. What? What did you say? Whoa, Alice? What the hell? Explain. As much as I would love to, I'm sorry. Time's up. Time? Hit the buttons on your bracelet. Shit, 5 minutes. Then we only have 5 minutes until the chromatic doors open downstairs. Exactly. I'm sorry, but I'd really need more than 5 minutes to explain this. As if you'd tell us even if there was time, right? Well, no, because she is a government spy / reanimated mummy. They don't share secrets. Or would I? Who knows? Fine. We'll deal with this later. Right now we need to get to the elevator and head down to floor B. What are we going to do about Quark? I'll carry him. Yes, because Quark gets... In the other branch, Quark got infected after we'd gone through these second chromatic doors, right? So there wasn't all this worry about getting people there with their bracelets. Quark and Alice both came down with it after this. Interesting. Are you sure? I can't just leave the boy here. Besides, if we don't have Quark's bracelet, there'll be one team who can't open their secondary door. If that happens, they'll get penalized. Exactly. Very well then. I will carry Quark. I will be able to move much faster than Tenmyoji. You make a good point. Look, are you sure about this? Can I trust you? You have nothing to worry about. Fine, just be careful. Of course. Alright, let's go. We're running out of time, people. Move. At Fire's command, we all began to run. The door opened and we spilled out into the warehouse. And then we showed you the entire route we took on a very slow transition. And here's the button, and we push the button and we zoom back out and we open the doors and we fade into the lift and we close the doors and we go down. These transitions are too long and should not have been in the game, is my point. And they serve no purpose. Just in time. Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close. It still amazes me that it wasn't 9 minutes. They're open. We need to hurry. Who's going to go in which door? What are our options? Almost out of time. Pay attention, we've only got time to do this once. Just like before, there are only 3 possible combinations. The options file laid out for us were the following. Option A, Clover and I, Magenta, pair up with Tenmyoji, Cyan to go through the blue door. Luna and Phi, Cyan, pair up with Dio, Yellow to go through the green door. Kay and Alice, Yellow, pair up with Quark, Magenta to go through the red door. Option B, Clover and I, Magenta, pair up with Dio, Yellow to go through the red door. Luna and Phi, Cyan, pair up with Quark, Magenta to go through the blue door. Kay and Alice, Yellow, pair up with Tenmyoji, Cyan to go through the green door. Option C, Clover and I, Magenta, pair up with Quark, Magenta to go through the green door. Luna and Phi, Cyan, pair up with Tenmyoji, Cyan to go through the red door. Kay and Alice, Yellow, pair up with Dio, Yellow to go through the blue door. 3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close. You just spent 2 minutes outlining all your options in a very long-winded way, you idiots. So how are we going to do this? I won't go with Sigma. Wow. You betrayed me last time. I mean, I suppose that's fair. What about Phi? You hit the button, right, Sigma? Well, yes, but I don't want to go with Dio. Same reason. I can't trust that he won't betray me again. Thanks a lot, Quark. You single-handedly torpedoed my reputation. I mean, my dude, look at yourself. Your reputation was never good to begin with. Like, I've known you for like an hour across the course of this game. Well, like, more hours, I guess, personally, but in kind of game time. And even I know that you probably have a terrible reputation because you seem like a dick. And you are a circus ringmaster who dresses like that while not at work? Well, that leaves us with option B. No. Can't do option B. Why not? I'm sorry, Luna, but I can't trust you or Phi either. The way he is right now, someone's going to have to carry Quark. I just can't afford to give him to someone I don't trust. I thought you trusted Phi. Not enough for this. Then what do you intend to do? Quark shifted silently in Kay's arms. Quark is a solo, as are you, Tenmyoji. Is the ringmaster thing riffing? No! No, that's actually his job. It came up in a conversation on another branch. He was like, look at me, you'd never guess what I do. I'm a circus ringmaster. And I'm just like, dude, that is exactly what I guessed, because that's how you're dressed. Quark is a solo, as are you, Tenmyoji. Solos can't pair with one another. You do remember that. Yeah, of course I do. I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person. Who do you trust then? Clover, that's just because you're a creepy old man towards her. I would trust her less because eventually she's going to get tired of your bullcrap and it's all going to go down. What? Me? Yeah, that's what I said. What? Why? I can't tell you. Oh my god, it's entirely because you're being a creep. I just know that you'll keep him safe. Well, that's nice of you to say, but my partner is Sigma. Are you sure you want me to take him? It's fine. Clover, you just vote by yourself. Make Sigma wait outside the AB room. Oh. If Clover takes Quark, then we have to go with option C, right? That means I'll be stuck with Dio. There's no way in hell I'm gonna let that happen. Who do you want to pair up with then? Oh my god, are we just gonna spend the entire 3 minutes arguing and just all die in this branch? Isn't it obvious? Quark. Remember what the announcement said? Something about how the system will automatically vote ally for anyone who doesn't enter their own vote in time. If Quark doesn't wake up by then... No! This is exactly why I can't trust any of you. 1 minute remains until chromatic doors close. Alice is indeed a very cunning mummy, you're not wrong. Mummy / government ninja. We don't have time to argue this. Let's take a vote. Those opposed to C... Alice and Dio's hands went up. What? Why don't you want C, Dio? Well, if she's got that much of a hate on for me, that hardly plays into my hands, does it? Fine, whatever. I assume anyone who didn't raise their hand is alright with option C then. No one objected. I kept my mouth shut too. Just as Alice had said, there was an excellent chance that Quark would default to ally. If that happened, he'd make a great opponent. I'd choose ally, of course, but it would be good to not have to worry about him choosing betray. Like I did. Alright, 6-2 in favour. Wait! What about me? Stay here if you don't like it. I imagine that your partner might have something to say about that, though. Kay handed Quark to me gently, and crossed his arms and turned to face Alice. Her jaw clenched as she stared up at him, and I could see the gears turning inside her head. Fine. 10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. Hurry, Clover! Door's closing! Right! Hey! Take care of Quark. Yeah, don't worry about it. I got a good grip on Quark, nodded to Tenmyoji and took off for the door. Our feet slapped against the metal floor as we ran. The empty voice of the announcer echoed in my ears. 2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing. Scene transitions with animations of doors and maps and doors and maps and maps and doors and maps. Huh? Is this dead end. Also, is it me or have we completely forgotten about the dead lady? That plot thread seems to have been largely forgotten. Well, there are 3 doors here. But it looks like they're all locked. Because this thing has got a lever on it. Can you pull the lever? Come on, my hands are kind of full right now. Oh yeah. I can take Quark then. You really don't want to touch that thing, do you? Well, I mean, look at it. It looks suspicious. Like I'm going to touch it and whoosh, a bunch of poison needles fly out of the wall. Maybe if I had like a piece of wood to move it with or something. I think you might be a little paranoid. I don't know. I don't know. This all seems reasonable, if I'm honest, the situation you guys have ended up in. Once you've been kidnapped by a masked figure and locked in a murder warehouse, I think paranoia is fairly justified. And yes, this is miles better than when we went in here with her and Luna and the lever and we're just like, hey, who wants dick jokes? I want dick jokes. Nobody else wants dick jokes, but I, Sigma, want dick jokes. Then you do it. Fine. I shift a Quark over to one shoulder and flip the switch with my free hand. To the treatment center. Oh, was this the one with the absolutely boss painting? See? No needles. Everything's fine. For now. Only one of the doors opened. Did you see the plaque on that door before it opened? I think it says something like treatment center. Do you think that's some kind of medical thing? Well, yeah. First an infirmary, now this. Well, what else? It could be a treatment center for treating wood, I guess. Why do I keep ending up in these places? Because you end up every place, because we have to explore all the worlds. I glanced over at Quark asleep on my shoulder. Hey, you know what? We may have finally lucked out. Huh? What do you mean? Well, if this is where they treat people, maybe they've got something that can cure Quark. Oh. Yeah. Let's head on it then. Okay. Yeah. And it has a jellyfish tank, it has cool art, it has a safe on a couch, it has these 3 magic beds. What are those? Magic beds. It says on the side, treatment pod. Guess it treats people. Maybe you can help Quark. Yeah. Oh no. Door locked. Damn, it's no good. It's locked. Let's take a look around. Maybe something in here will tell us how to unlock this door. I mean, that's usually how it works. Okay. Clover nodded and bounced off to examine the room. Is this where we get her locked in a room and then set fire to things again? Because that happened before. That one time. Oh, and that was in a medical facility as well, wasn't it? I lay Quark down just outside of the door next to the treatment centre. Clover might have been overly paranoid about the lever, but there was no harm in being cautious. Hang on there, little guy. You'll get you fixed up soon. I ruffled his hair gently, then turned and headed back into the room. I had some investigating to do. Let's detective as we seek a way out. Seek a way out. So, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? This door's locked. Here we have a clock. And something on it. A wall clock. Nothing strange here. What? Are you serious? Are we even looking at the same clock? Everything about it is abnormal. Really? Have you ever seen a clock before, Sigma? Totally looks like a regular clock to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, abnormality number 1. No hands. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have any. What do you mean you guess? How could you miss that? Alright. Anyway, abnormality number 2. There's some weird green glowy thing. Oh yeah, there is. Sigma, I swear to God. What is that? I guess there's no way to know without taking it out. But there's a cover, right? You can't get to it. Yeah, and it won't open. Shoot. Well, duh. There's no way it's going to be that easy. So if we want this green thing, we have to figure out a way to get that cover open. Yep. Abnormality number 3 is the hole in the bottom left corner. Huh? Oh, I wonder what that is. I think it's probably a keyhole. Uh-huh. And that means... Wait, we can think later. I've got 2 more points of abnormality. Number 4. Turn your attention to the other side of the clock. Specifically the bottom right corner. What do you think these are? They're memory card slots. Well, they're 2 slots. Painted red and green. Do you think they're for memory cards? Yes, Sigma, have a biscuit. They sure look like they are. And I've saved the best for last. Abnormality number 5 is about number 4. Huh? Look, see where it says no 4 on the clock face? That no 4 is the 5th abnormality. Yes, I see. It is rather odd. Does that mean this is the 4th clock? Anyway, those are the 5 weird things about this clock. Where were you looking anyway? At the clock. Then your eyes must be worse than I thought. I mean, that's fair. Here we have the safe. We have a binder. Looks like there's a piece of paper in it. It says, how to open the pod room door. That's convenient. But it won't show us that without going into the archive. That's not the archive. That's not the archive. Every time, that's the archive. The door is protected by a 4-digit password. You can use the hit and blow count hits displayed on the screen to figure out what those 4 digits are. If one of the numbers you select is a number in the password and is in the right place, that will add to your hit count. If one is a number in the password but is not in the right place, you will add to your blow count. You get 10 tries for each password. If you exhaust your 10 tries, it resets. Clover, whose shade has only deepened for her 3rd nonary game, you're not wrong. She has between 1 and 3 years, it's unsure how many, of sass to throw at us. So, can I actually see the thing? There's a control panel in the middle of it. Yeah. I think this is how you unlock it. Yes, thank you, I just read it. I'm not quite sure how it's supposed to work, but I guess I can mess with it a bit. Yeah, this is just playing Mastermind. Unrelated to the show, but, you know, both, I suppose, are games I've played a lot of. And you can't repeat numbers. Oh, that'll make this so much quicker. Okay, 3 black already. That's excellent. So, let's say... Okay, so the 1 is definitely necessary. 1, 6, 3, 4. Still 3 blows. 1, 7, 4, 3. 4, 8, 3, 1. 3941. Okay, so we know those are the numbers. I've not been as systematic as I perhaps should have. 3419. There we go. Did it, Sigma? Have a biscuit. Looks like that was the answer. Phew. That was lucky. Anyway, it seems to have unlocked. Oh, what? I assume there was more dialogue. It's waiting for me to move. Here we have the treatment pods. You can tell by the way they say treatment pod. Looks like there are 3 pods. From the left, they're pod 1, pod 2, and pod 3. That seems reasonable. Faithful friends, it will come as a surprise to no one that, despite it being 2:45 in the afternoon, I am very tired and feel like I just woke up. There are numbers on them, you just can't really see them from here. Helpful, thank you. Look, numbers. Also, they've got, handles. Maybe they're for opening the pods up. Yep, that worked. Here's a key. There's something in here. Key? Quite a neat looking key. There's nothing inside. Okay then. Can we close it back up? The cover for pod 1 seems pretty normal to me. Okay. Apparently we can't close it back up. Ah, it'll do it automatically once we leave this view. And that's got a 7:15. This is a clock. The hands are pointing to 7:15. That's what I just said, Clever. Are you sure you're reading it right? Yes! Yeah. See the 12? That's the top. Wow. Something fragile masculinity. Now, does this key go in here? The message on the screen. Maintenance complete. Please insert activation chip. What does it mean, activation chip? Well, I'd guess it's a chip we insert to activate the pod. I mean, you're not wrong. You think. Why are you being like that? This is important. Okay, I get it. You need to get a quark into one of these, right? Yeah. Right, let's go find an activation chip. Which is presumably the thing in the clock. Which we can presumably get by making it 7:15. But what else is there in this room? There's so many walls we haven't seen. There's this potted plant. Oh, we can zoom in on the potted plant. It's probably relevant. What's that? Is that a thing? That looks like a thing, but apparently not. Plant. It's all withered up. How sad. I bet it hasn't been watered. Yeah. Did you notice there's something stuck in the trunk? Yes, but I can't. It wasn't doing anything when I clicked on it, Clover. Yeah, it looks like red plastic. Let me have a look. I'll see if I can pull it out. Huh? Won't budge. I think it's stuck on something. Guess we have to take the whole thing then. Huh? Well, that red thing is probably important. Yeah. You're probably right. Sure. Sure, we just take the entire goddamn potted plant. That looks heavy. Sigma, PhD in Swole. Here we have a fish tank. Oh my gosh! Aliens! Yes, this is where we keep the Metroids. Pretty sure they're just jellyfish. Aliens! There are 3 jellyfish. 2 yellow ones and a purple one. What's that inside the purple one? Don't keep things in your jellyfish, people. That seems cruel. Is it digesting human flesh? But what? Why would you even think something like that? I don't think it's meat, anyway. Look at it. It's too solid. I think it's a tile of some sort? Wonder if we can get it out. Well, I have this key. There's a keyhole here. Does that work? The lid on the tanks. You can't open it. No, looks like it's locked. Well, it's got a keyhole. Then I guess we need to unlock it if we want to open it. Wow, this whole room is just past Iger's hell. Okay, so that's not the key. There's a keyhole in the center of the lid. Oh, damn it. Is this the wrong key? Jellyfish's stomachs aren't big enough for a chunk of human steak like that. I mean, that's not the only thing wrong with that topic of conversation, but sure. Okay, so that's the wrong key. Also, we have this entirely rad piece of art with clock hands in it, saying 3:30. It's lion. That's a pretty realistic painting. It's a really, really, really real lion. I don't know if that was meant to be to a particular tune, but here we are. Don't sing in a whisper like that. It's creepy. It looks kind of like he's coughing up a hairball. I think he's trying to eat something? Not cough it up. He's trying to eat a hairball. Probably something else. What? I don't know. There's just a hole there. So we need to put something into the hole? Yeah, I think so. Ah, so what is that? Will we get the hands out of the picture? Interesting. Yeah, we have. This is the door we came in through, right? I know you're worried about Quark, so don't you think we should get her in the pod as soon as we can? Yes, that should be our first priority. Yes, I know. Anything on the TV? There's a button under the screen. Push it then. This room has a weird relationship with flora and fauna. Yeah, that's the only weird thing about this room, absolutely. Right. And there. Hey, it turned on. Area man shocked as he presses switch next to a piece of electronics, which then turns on. Looks like there's something on it. What the heck is this? It says start in the corner there. Maybe it's a board game? Oh. Okay, so that'll be the way to translate like a numerical string into a letter string. Do we want more plants? Look, there's a plant over here too. This one's pretty healthy. It's got a piece of plastic stuck in it too. Well, looks like this one won't come out either. Well, guess I'll be carrying around another plant then. Just walking around dual-wielding plant pots. Break down the door with the power of ceramics. I mean, that doesn't even look like ceramics. That looks like stoneware. We have a healthy plant. We got a withered plant. We got a whiskey drink. We have a vodka drink. I thought there was something on there. No. What's this? Tablet. Examine tablet? A tablet. Himbo with extra fiber content. Again, can we say Himbo? He's a PhD student. And yet, And yet... I say that, like, I said that out loud and then immediately remembered many of the PhD students I have known. Who are just like, the moment you get outside their normal field, done. Adorable idiots. There's a message on it. 4 pieces for the first password. 1 piece for the second password. The second password is 1 piece. Didn't know we could afford that IP. The hell is that supposed to mean? If I touch it, the screen changes. That's because it's a touch screen. Enter a 4-digit password. Can I just say I like this keyboard design, flicking between the... where shift just flicks you between the letters and the numbers. It's very kind of the old... the clocks with the, like, tube displays. It's a pleasing form of old schoolness. No, not the memo. That's not what I meant to click. Can we... So M goes clockwise, H goes anti-clockwise. We have 4 pieces. But we don't know how far they all move. Do you think maybe pieces can be like the pieces in the board game? Pieces? Don't you remember what it said on the tablet before the password screen popped up? Like, 4 pieces for the first password, 1 piece for the second password. Those pieces. Okay. What board game are you talking about? Oh my god, Sigma, my sweet Jesus in heaven. What is wrong with you? You already forgot? Oh wow, she's not even going to explain it again. Just like, no. Sort yourself out, you absolute waster. Okay, so what do? Can we see the code on here again? No? Because I was thinking we want 4 numbers for how far the things move. Wait, I haven't tried to open the other pods, have I? I should absolutely have done that. There's a key in here. You know when you just are given 3 boxes and you open one and find something and you think, cool, that's everything there is. Head empty, only plants. Yep. It is a key, isn't it? Yes, it's a silver key. You can tell because it says it in the inventory. You ever wish you had an inventory? Just a kind of non-space you can just stick things and then pull them out whenever you want. I have long wished this. There's nothing in here. Yeah, it's empty. No clues or... Wait! There's something written on the inside of the cover. Oh, okay. Yes, there is. 111. Cover for pod 3. There's something written on it. All the time, not just me. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So where does this key go? Is this the key for the fish tank? Yes. There we go. Your goal in life was to have a bag like Mary Poppins. God, yes. Now I should be able to open this thing. What the hell? There's a second lid? Yeah, but it's got a hole in the middle. If you stick your hand in there, maybe you can grab that one with the meat in it. It's not meat. Whatever. Let's give it a shot. Ah! What? And that was how we died of Irukandji syndrome. I swear to God, if we are about to die from a reaction to jellyfish stings, That would be a really, really funny ending for a branch in which we have achieved basically nothing. A dangerous jellyfish? I know. Unheard of. Shit, this water's really hot! Oh, the water... Wait, the water's hot? I assumed you meant you'd been stung by a jellyfish. Really? Really? Then these bubbles... Yeah, it's boiling. What? What, are the jellyfish not real? Are they just projections? No way. No jellyfish could survive in boiling water. They are aliens. I'm not sure that's where you should be going with this, love. Yeah, we should try and get the purple one to rise up to the top somehow. If we can get it right under the hole in the lid, I think I can grab it. Oh, so, again, the jellyfish are real. They're just living in a tank of boiling water. If you move one of the yellow jellyfish to the hole instead, you are a failure and we are very disappointed in you. Wow, game. Judge much? If we're going to start enumerating disappointments, I would not throw the first stone here, mate. This game just like I've never been disappointing in my life. Okay, let's do this. Well, this is busy. Okay. So again, we're moving all of them with each press, right? Yeah. And the currents only move when you're on them, they don't have any follow through. And you can't move off them in any other way. Okay, these are all good facts to know. And each button press is only moving them one rather than all the way. Okay, this should actually be very workable then. Ta-da! This game, like many set men, is convinced they're not a disappointment. Wow, chat. Gotta grab it jelly fast! Okay, so what, Sigma doesn't just have a cat problem? This is just how he is when faced with any animal? Oh my god, I know people like that. What the heck? Jellyfish and fast, because the water's hot. We got an artificial jellyfish, go us. This is Ellen. She's a mysterious, intelligent life form from the outer reaches of space. Clover, why? Don't give it a name. Here, take it. Hey, stop it! What if it grabs onto my face and lays eggs in me or something? Come on, it just wants to give you a hug. Besides, it's not even alive. It's a thing. It's man-made, like a toy or something. But it's digesting a chunk of meat. No. Can somebody around here get a clue? Can we just share a clue? That's not meat. Then what is it? Hold on, I'll pull it out now. It's a circular tile. I know where that wants to go. Into the boss painting of the lion. Yep. Fits perfectly. Yeah. I don't think it did anything. Look. Huh? What? What the heck is this? Remove Luna and we get this so we know who was carrying the last team. Oh, 100. Yeah, to be fair, I say can we get one collective clue? Luna has a clue. She is valid. everybody else is not. The heck is this? And why is it making me think of that Massive Attack video? Is Rosamund Pike standing behind me? Laser? Gosh, I didn't think there'd be something like this behind that picture. What did you think there would be behind the picture? Laser? Do we have anything that might interact well with a laser? Not really. Can we stick a plant in front of it and see what happens? This thing's shining a laser beam across the room. Oh, is it shining it at something in particular? There are 3 treatment pods in the pod room. There are numbers on the end of each one. Reading from the left, that 1, 2, and 3. Yes, I know. Ooh, but then if we go back to 3 and we open the pod lid, is that then going to intercept the laser and change what's written on it? Pod 3 has a handle. Yeah, okay. Point is made. We didn't have a separate animation for it cutting through the laser, so appreciate this fade to black. Aha! 12:15. Okay, so clocks we've had so far have said... We've had 12:15. We've seen one for 7:15, sorry. We've probably seen some others. Why can't we leave that pod open? It'd be much more convenient. We're getting a lot of parts. I'm now just trying to work out how they're supposed to come together into a whole. Because, yeah, we've seen 12:15. We've seen, somewhere we saw a thing that said 7:15, right? Yes, on a drawing. Not that one. Not that one. Somewhere. Somewhere we saw that. Is it on here? No, that's just that again. I was just thinking maybe this is some sort of password hint. Huh? Come on. For the tablet. It had some kind of login screen, right? Yeah. So? Well, you need a 4-letter password. And we've got the numbers 1 through 4 on the left side of this board game looking thing. Don't you feel like there's got to be a connection? Well, yes. That is the assumption I was working under. Seriously, what was it that said 4:15? I swear there was something. And it's plugged underneath the glass cover. The bottom left corner has something that looks like a keyhole. Oh. Wait, is that where this key goes? This does not look like that key. Okay, sure. Ha! It's open. Oh, well, I guess I'll grab this thing first. Chip with number 1 written on it. Could it go in this slot? No, it's probably an activation chip for pod number 1. So let's go do that. That's where it said 7:15. Oh look! Colour change. I think it says something too. Message on the screen. Before use, the system must be initialized. Please perform the following tests. Betting the red and green slots of the things in the plants. Yes, that's a good shout. Need to work out how to get them, but you know. 1. Treat vegetation. Oh my god, the brackets are back! The brackets are back! 2. Freeze vegetation. Until tests are complete, pod will not function with human occupant. What the heck is this? We can't put a person in there until it runs its tests. Seems pretty clear to me. And what about Quark? Don't worry, we just need to run the tests. Something about treating and freezing a plant. Yeah. Treating makes sense, these being treatment pods and all, but... freezing? Well, we don't really have a choice, do we? We gotta follow the instructions. Come on, we don't have time to just sit around. We gotta do these tests so we can get a quark into one of these pods. Yeah, right. Got it. Well, we have plants. Can I put plant in treatment pod and see what happens? Maybe the withered plant. Okay, put the withered plant down. What do we do next? Let's try closing the pod. Right, here goes. Identifying subject. Done. Diagnosing subject. Done. Initiating treatment cycle. Seriously, if magic medicine pods like this existed, I would be all over them. Just like, we can find everything that's wrong with you and we can fix it all at once, and all automatically. And it'll be great. Treatment completed. Pod opening. This plant is green. Hey, what the heck is this? The plant was practically dead a minute ago. No way. No way, that's impossible. It's like magic. Well, won't need this plant anymore. It's done a good job. Gonna go and live on a farm, which makes sense for plants. Thank you for your service, sir. Did we just thank you for your service? A pot plant that was a item in a point-and-click adventure. Sure. Huh? Hey, it looks like there's something here. Must be the thing that was stuck in the trunk. Whatever the treatment was, must have pushed it out. Well, yeah, because one of the problems it was being treated for was having something stuck in it. Oh, we got the red memory card. Can we put the other plant in here? What happens then? Okay, this time it's the healthy plant's turn. I wonder if it'll work. Who knows? Let's just close it up. Marie Kondo the plant, yeah, just hold it close and let it know it meant something and let it go. Identifying subject. Done. Diagnosing subject. Done. Initiating freeze cycle. So what, if you're healthy and you go into the pods, they just immediately freeze you? What? It's every plant's final duty to go into the pods, to become one with all the abandoned point-and-click objects. And if anybody had money on how long it would take for me to make an incredibly niche reference that was there for the edification of pretty much just me, 72 minutes. Great news, I'm not healthy. Yeah, just don't be healthy and then the pods won't freeze you, it's fine. It's actually less than 72 minutes, I suppose, because that includes all the time pre-stream when I was busy fighting tech problems. Because there are always them. They got in early this time. Freeze test complete. Pod opening. It's a frozen plant, alright. Whoa, it's totally frozen stiff. Probably because of your lame joke. What? Did I say something? Look, the leaves are all crunchy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I mean, that's actually a mood. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Ah! Oh man, what did you do, Clover? It's all broken now. Whatever. Just help me clean it up. Huh? This wasn't here before. It was in the plant. Catch up, my man. Is that plastic thing that was stuck in the trunk? Must have fallen out when the plant shattered. Alright, I think I should complete both of the tests. So hurry up and put Quark in. I know. Hang on. Thump, thump, thump. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, both through the treatment cycle, which was done through medical magic, and then the cryogenic freezing. The memory cards, I'd be amazed if they read anymore. Also, I've only just noticed that I assumed there were just two kind of cuboid things on either side of Quark's head. I didn't realise it went all the way around the back. This hat is now even more confusing to me. He's just sleeping pretty hard, huh? That would be the anesthesia. Never think he's just sick. I guess that superhero stuff is pretty strong. Yeah. So, what do we do now? How about closing the cover like we did before? That should start the automatic diagnosis. Got it. Identifying subject. Done. He has snacks in the helmet? Huh. Okay then. I can vibe with that. Diagnosing subject. Done. Single human occupant secured. Beginning treatment. Is he gonna be okay? With whatever the hell is making that noise. Sounds like somebody is just being drilled in the next room. Maybe we should check the screen. Yeah. I think this is some kind of readout of Quark's vital signs. Body temperature, pulse rate, blood pressure, respiration frequency. They all look normal. What a relief. Wait. There's something else down at the bottom. Radical 6 virus detected in subject. System is not equipped to treat Radical 6. Current program will alleviate symptoms but cannot cure viral infection. What the heck? Then what was the point of putting him here? Well, I don't think there was no point. After all, it says it can alleviate the symptoms. But, hold on. Let's keep looking. It says more. This system is capable of inducing a cold sleep state. Cold sleep state freezes structure with CAS, preserving cellular structure. Remember that from the first game, I sure do. During cold sleep state, body functions are suspended, preventing viral spread. Activate sleep function? Yes, no. Cold sleep? What the heck is that? I have no idea. But remember the freezing test. Whatever. We need to get out of here and tell everyone else about this. What should we tell it to do? Huh? Do we put him in cold sleep? Activate sleep function. Yes, no. No question. What if he got smashed like the plant? No, it is. No, it is, even. Oh, again, it's not always clear when we're coming back out of dialogue mode. Well, let's go and put these memory cards in a clock. Do your clocks not take SD cards? Look, there's a hand on the face now. So there is this a minute hand? It's pointing to 5 past. Reinsert the green card. Yeah, oh, it doesn't automatically select it. It did it again. There's another hand. Looks like an hour hand. Pointing to 4 o'clock. So. Oh, I get it. So words. The times we've had. On the number 1 pod, there was a clock that says 7:15. So that is time number 1. We don't have a number 2 at the minute, I don't think. On pod number 3 on the inside of the lid, it was projecting 0:15. So that's time number 3. And this is 4:05, time number 4. And the M and the H on the password clue are minutes and hours. So, what's time number 2? Have we had a clue to that? We must have had, but I don't remember what it was. Let's examine pod 2 again. Because we need 4 pieces for the first password and 1 for the second. Is there anything in there? Yes, there is. Time 2 is 6:20. Okay. Do you think it was a nipple with 2 hairs growing out of it? Of course not. The hands are pointing to 6:20. Huh. Okay, remember. We solved this puzzle. Get it. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Time 1 was 7:15. I just realised I have my hand in front of my face, and that's not going to help with you actually being able to hear me because microphones are a thing that exist. 2 was 6:20. 3 was 0:15, and 4 was 4:05. And I would assume that the units being referred to are the number the hands are pointing at, rather than anything else. And we saw in the archive thing, minutes are clockwise, hours are counterclockwise. Minutes are clockwise, hours are counterclockwise. So change colour. That's 3 clockwise, 7 anti-clockwise. That would be 4 clockwise, 6 anti-clockwise. That would be 3 clockwise, and that would be 1 clockwise, 4 anti-clockwise. I think this is making some kind of logical sense. I think. Because just the fact that they're all kind of on exactly 5-minute intervals means I think it is about the number it's pointing to, and also because counting to those large numbers would be annoying. Not that this game has, you know, ever particularly passed up chances to be annoying. Let's check out this tablet again. Yeah, 4 pieces for the first, 1 piece for the second. So. Oh, we need to cross-reference this, don't we? Illustration. No, not that. That. Good thing we've got a third colour. So 3 clockwise. If we start there, goes to B. And then 7 anti-clockwise gives us Y. 4 clockwise is C, then 6 anti is R. 3 clockwise is B. 1 clockwise, 4 anti-clockwise is U. I'm already feeling bad about this because usually these things make an actual word. I said YRBU. No. Okay, in that case, maybe it's because I was counting us as starting on the start and not on the T. So, no, don't erase everything, just erase these. God, this would be so much easier to keep notes on if I was playing on the DS. Where I can actually write with my hands. She says writing with her hands, just with a mouse. So, if we start there, then 3 clockwise is C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is U. There, 4 clockwise is N. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is H. 3 clockwise is C. Again, this isn't going to be a word. 1 clockwise, 4 anti-clockwise is R. UHCR. Sounds like a UN agency. Huh. I was so sure I had it. Maybe, okay. Next think, maybe it is the raw number of the minute and not the number that's being pointed at. Stop showing me that one, I want to see this one, thank you. So erase those again. And let's do it the long way. So, again, depends where we start. I think it's saying to start on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives us S. Forward 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then back 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A. This already looks more promising. 15 clockwise is 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is S. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 is... again. I'm not loving this answer. Is it SASO? Okay, I think I may be misinterpreting something. Great. Great, great, great. Very cool and good. And you know what I think that probably means? I think that probably means it's time for a break. I'm going to go and stretch my legs, get some more water, run some ads, and think deeply and reflectively on whatever the hell is going on here. And who knows, maybe come back with some answers. Love you all. I'll be back in about 10. And we're back. Hello, good people all. A way nobody has ever started the conversation. Why did I say that? Who knows? So, I had some ideas while I was on break. And, yes, Emily, I think you're coming to the same conclusion in the chat. Basically, I realized, for one thing, I realized I didn't cross-check my permutations, so... The original system, where it was the numbers it was pointing at, I did a set with T as 0 and a set with T as 1. And then I changed the method and I did a set with T as 0. I haven't done a set with T as 1, so assuming you start on start rather than on T. And also, I realised that I can simplify the whole thing, because when you stop... Because that's 7 anti-clockwise, 15 clockwise. Which you can do as 2 steps, or you could just apply basic maths and realise that that's you just count one of them as a plus direction and one of them as a minus direction, and then you draw the worst number anybody has ever seen. Nobody look at that. Cool, it's gone now. And you realise that that's just 8 clockwise. These. Scrub, 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 scrub. Is what I am. Scrub everything. 20 minus 6 is 14 clockwise. 15 minus 0 is 15 clockwise. And 5 minus 4 is 1 clockwise. And so yeah, the one system we haven't checked is T is 1, so 8 clockwise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is P. 14 clockwise, well if that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, A. 15 is the one after that, so S. And 1 clockwise is T, past. That sounds like the kind of password this game would give me. Never underestimate the revelatory power of going away. Is what I say to get people to leave my house. And then I change the locks. Good job! You logged in! Yeah, but look at the screen. You sound surprised. This always happens. Huh? It's a password for the safe. Nah. Also, the power of going away to make you lose a voice print. But wait, there's more. 4 pieces for the first password, 1 piece for the second password. So, we go and do the same thing, I'm assuming. But now, because what we did there was we did one of these numbers for each piece. What if we did all of these numbers to 1 piece? And basically that's just, because I started thinking of it as a programming puzzle, you just take the reset step out. So that's still P. But then if you go 14 clockwise from P, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, O. And then 15 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, U. And 1 clockwise from that is R. And that looks like a word to me, so that's handy. Haha! I am genius! Ha! Thought so. Nice work, Sigma. Have a biscuit. Yeah, I guess. Oh, wait. Look. Huh? This one's different. All the symbols are in different spots. Yes, we know the system. Excellent, we have our safe passwords. Oh, God. Now, does anybody want to get bets in on what the hell we're about to find in this secret file? I'm going to pause and take a drink so y'all can try and figure it out, and I guarantee you're wrong. Stuff about the cells alive system. Oh yeah, that'd probably make sense. Drugs, also a strong possibility. We did it. Gold file. You opened it. Yes, we did. Oh God, here we go. Ha! Remembered the button that time. Here we are. For the record, I thought that second to last one said non-vegetarians, and I was like, yeah, that tracks. But no. Treatment pods. An amazing machine that augments an individual's natural ability to heal, strengthens their immune system, accelerates their metabolism, and can cure many otherwise incurable diseases. In addition, it can create personalized medicine, perform gene therapy, and even repair the effects of radiation damage. What an incredible machine! It's not that incredible if it can't cure Radical 6, you say. Yeah, well, I guess you've got a point, but don't worry, it also has a function called Cold Sleep. Cold Sleep uses cast freezing to freeze the entire body without damaging it. That way, even if the disease you have can't be cured, you can be frozen until a cure is found. Non-Honorary Vegetarians is the next game in the series. No, it's not, because I know what the next game in the series is, because I own it. And I'm pretty sure they've said there aren't going to be any more after the 3, because they didn't sell particularly well. Who can say why? Cold sleep. There are generally 2 types of cold sleep. The first involves lowering your internal body temperature. This reduces your basal metabolic rate and induces a state similar to hibernation. In other words, your body is still actively functioning, just very slowly. The other sort of cold sleep is the one in this game. This involves freezing your body to essentially lock it in whatever state it was in. Till recently this was impossible because the expansion and crystallization that took place during the freezing process irrevocably damaged human tissue. In the world where this game takes place, however, CAS technology has overcome this hurdle and made cryonics a reality. The resuscitation rate is nearly 100%. In fact, you'd be much more likely to die in a plane crash, which means that freezing yourself to visit the future is safer than flying from Tokyo to Milan. A. Weirdly specific. B. You're not visiting the future, you are moving to the future because you can't go back. But what's CAS, you say? CAS stands for Cells Alive System, and frankly, Abby, how did you remember what it stood for? I don't remember anything from these games. They say a lot of words, and all of them immediately leave my brain. It allows organic tissue to be safely and non-destructively frozen. In this game, CAS is used to put people in cold sleep. It supercools the subject with a magnetic field, and causes them to freeze almost instantly, preventing crystallization. In real life, the problem comes when you try to thaw something out, which also must be done instantly. In this game, however, the technological magic of the treatment pod makes returning from cold sleep possible. You know what? I respect them for being able to say, yeah, the science doesn't really hold up here, but whatever, we have technology that makes it work. You remember it from me just stopping and face-palming at it the first game? Yeah, that sounds about right. The past 2 non-re games. November 2018, 16 children were reported missing. In actuality, 18 children were taken, but 2 were never reported. The person in charge was someone we will refer to as H. What is this, Line of Duty? I never watched that show, I just know the topical references. The purpose of the game was to conduct experiments on morphic resonance with the children as test subjects. I won't go into the specifics here, but the short version is that this was the first non-re game, because we spent the first game going into the specifics, and my god, were there a lot of them. November 1st, 2027. A total of 9 people participated in this session. They were abducted, just as the children had been, but this time H was not in charge of the game. Clover was a participant in both games, and now she finds herself playing the non-re game yet again. Also, yeah, the time spans on this are still questionable because this is 2028. This is 1 year after the second non-re game, and yet Clover's 3 years older. Is this a writing mistake, or are they hinting at something? I don't know. I just don't know. Or is she just lying about her age? Esper resonance. In the context of this game, Espers are people with the ability to access the morphogenetic field. An Esper can increase the strength of their signal by being in close proximity to other Espers, assuming they're the strongest. The strongest signal will absorb any weak ones nearby and use it to amplify its own strength, sort of like waves. The biggest wave adds the amplitude of smaller waves to its own and covers them up. If I were a morphogenetic field manipulation, I would simply eat the smaller ones. Non-re veterans. The following 9 people were participants in the non-regame that Clover claims to have been part of. 1. Ace, a middle-aged man. We're not going to... It's being so cagey. It's just like a man who we will call H, and then here it's just Ace, who is... We're just not going to tell you the important things, because what, we're trying not to spoil the game that this is a sequel to? 2. Snake, Clover's older brother, real name Light. 3. Santa, arrogant, uncooperative young man. Wow. 4. Clover, still Clover, just younger and with a jacket. And a shirt. 5. Junpei, hero of 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. 6. June, Junpei's childhood friend, real name Mechanic Arashiki. 7. Amnesiac detective. 8. Lotus, attractive programmer, has 2 daughters. 9. Kubota, skittish man, gets blown up. There's your dating profile. And neostigmine, which I don't even remember from the first game if it was a thing then. A type of carbamate compound which acts as a reversible acetylcholinesterase inhibitor, exciting the parasympathetic nerve. This allows it to counteract the effects of the muscle relaxant tubocurarin. It can be delivered with an injection gun like the one you see here. Oh, well, that's good to know. So, it's possible that somebody's bracelet will get set off and then we'll be able to bring them back. Also, can we just have a moment for the fact that I just sight-read acetylcholinesterase and didn't screw it up, and yet I'm just screwing up basic words all over the place? None of those were really off the wall, damn it. Secret files, you're letting me down. Where were the erotic units? And then we open the safe again with the actual password. Bidlilim. And we find... Phew. It's open. Good job. It's twice you opened it. I mean, correct. Whoa, that thing looks dangerous. You mean this gun thing? Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. I think this is just an injection gun. Yes, there's nothing bad you could do with that. Injecting people with things, fine. Always, 100% of the time, if you get injected with something, you'll be fine. It's a helpful tool, not a weapon. Are you sure? I think that kind of depends on what's in that vial there. Thank you, Clover. The label says neostigmine. Well, we know what that is now. Huh? What did you just say? Neostigmine? Why does that mean something? Let me see it. Neostigmine. Neostigmine. I feel like I heard that somewhere before. Was it 2 minutes ago on this very stream? No good. I can't remember. Damn. I don't think it's bad, though. Do you have any proof? Nope. Of course not. Could you let me hang on to this? Slightly menacing, but sure. Are you sure it's not dangerous? What would you do if it was? Again, with the threatening. Alright. I trust you? You don't seem like a bad person. Thanks. Then how about I let you take me on a date sometime? Oh my god. Is this just all in Sigma's head? Does he just imagine everybody else making innuendos because he does? If we get out of here in one piece. Yeah! Cool. Moving on. We've still got a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah, but it's all flat stuff. Yes. Yes, it is. First, we've got a map. Floor B. Map found in the infirmary said floor A. I guess that means floor A is the top floor. I mean, we took the elevator down to get here, right? Yeah, that sounds right. Up next, some grey cards. Key cards. They've got moons on them too. These must be the moon keys the announcer was talking about. There are two of them, just like with the sun keys. One for you and me. And the other one's for Quark. But he's... well, there's not much point giving it to him. I'll hang on to it for now. In a thing that will in no way ever become plot significant. Okay, what's next? A piece of paper with something written on it. And this is the extra rules where it's like somebody from every trio has to vote. In other words, all three of us can't not vote. One of us has to. So either you or me, you mean? Ah well, there's no reason not to pick ally in the next round anyway. Of course, first we've got to get out of this room. And that'll be easy. Just look at the last thing in the safe. Key to the exit. Let's go. Let's indeed go, indeed. This is the lock for the exit. It says lock right now, which probably means it's locked, so we should use the key. The key for the exit. The key that goes in the lock to the exit to unlock the exit so we can go out of the exit. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, let's do this. 3, 2, countdown for putting a key in a lock. 1, click. Friends and viewers, we found it. An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. The hell? Somebody else must have opened one of the AB rooms. But why? Why would they do that? Whatever, we should be heading back anyway. Now, can I... No. Okay, no, I thought we were just going to be going back and I could fast forward the scene transition. I headed for the door. Wait! Clover's voice stopped me. What is it? I turned to see her pointing toward the wall with the treatment pods. The screen, it changed. What? The screen on the pod's monitor thingy. Ah, it says recent operational records. I stepped closer and began to read. What it said was interesting. Currently treating... Oh, sorry, brackets. Currently treating one subject. That one subject had been Quark. This was the pod we put him into, after all. I read on. 7:48, one subject released. 8:06, one subject successfully restored. 8:16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization, admin. I checked the other pods. They were all the same. 7:48, one subject released. 8:06, one subject successfully restored. 8:16, cold sleep mode disengaged. Beginning restoration of one subject. All prior records have been erased. Authorization, admin. What is all this? I think it's saying that about 8 hours ago somebody in this pod woke up from cold sleep. Well, 3 people actually. One for each pod. They all say the same thing, right? See? Before we all woke up, huh? I mean, it hasn't been 8 hours yet. Yeah. So the 3 pod people could be 3 of us. It could have been captured earlier. Don't know how much earlier. And they were thawed out 8 hours ago and carried into the AB rooms. Yeah, that seems reasonable. But also, you had a corpse turn up. Maybe she's one of them. I really don't think there'll be anyone else in here besides the 9 of us. That happened in this timeline, right? I'm not going mad. She's seen the corpse of the random woman that turned up. So, objectively, there was somebody else in here besides the 9 of us. Well, I guess it's actually the 10 of us, huh? Okay, good. Yeah, if you count the old woman we found, it would be 10, wouldn't it? Nobody outside the 9 of us, and that's fine, because I'll just redefine 9 as meaning 12, and then we're good. So, who were the 3 pod people? Don't ask me. How am I supposed to know that? All it says is subject. A, that's creepy. B, it doesn't tell us anything about who they might have been. Doesn't say when they were put into cold sleep either. And this bit where it says all prior records have been erased, authorization admin. That seems pretty suspicious to me. Wonder why they wouldn't just write the time, though. What? Well, you said it yourself. The log says 8 hours ago, not like 9:15 AM. Those minus signs have to mean this far in the past. Who would ever write the time like that? I didn't even notice the minuses. I thought they were just line separators. Yeah, that is weird. Maybe Zero Senior doesn't want us to know what the actual time is? Why not? Hell if I know. Yes, right, those records were coming up backwards chronologically. That suddenly makes more sense. Speaking of things I don't know, why did this stuff suddenly show up? It seems like whatever it was triggered this. Activated... yeah, whatever it was that triggered this activated as soon as we opened the door to leave. Wouldn't that mean Zero Senior set it up to work that way? Yeah, but why? That's what I'm asking. What reason would he have to do that? Maybe he wanted us to see the records. Well, perhaps, but he deleted a bunch of the data. Why? Could it all be a trick? Trick? All of these records are fake. Zero Senior just set it up to mess with us. So you're saying this was just a joke? Well, I can't say for sure, but it seems possible. Right? That doesn't make sense. Oh. Well, let's ask somebody else. Maybe they can think of something. Yeah, you're right. The AB gates have opened. We need to be heading back to the warehouse anyway. Yeah, and we need to tell everyone what happened with Quark. We double-checked that Quark was alright in his pod, and then hurried out of the treatment centre. And then we had this whole lengthy map transition. Bonk, 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 bonk. We didn't need to see those doors. We didn't need to see any of that. Is this another warehouse? It looks just like the other one. Hey, could you show me that map? Yeah, I thought so. This one's right under the floor A warehouse. Ah, so it is. Oh? Are those doors are white. And there are 3 of them. Okay, let's go take a closer look. You're getting distracted. I thought you were heading back to the AB rooms. I knew it. These are chromatic doors. See? They've got a little box right next to them, just like the others. So these are the 3rd round chromatic doors, huh? I guess we'll be coming back here pretty soon. Yeah. Well, we might might not have to. What do you mean? We both have 6 BP right now. Yeah, that's true. So? We're a pair, right? Yeah. And who's our opponent? Quark. Exactly. But he's in the pod right now, so... If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. You aren't saying we should betray, are you? Weren't you planning to? I thought that was why you were okay with option C when we were making the votes. No, that's not... I thought that with Quark's condition, I'd be able to choose ally and not worry about getting betrayed. Oh, come on, you don't need to lie to me. We're partners, that means we share the same destiny. So let's not hide anything from each other, okay? Not hiding anything. Wait, you're serious? You're really going to pick ally? Oh, hold on a second there. We might not get another chance like this. Let's say we ally and get up to 8 points. We don't know if we'll be able to get any points next round. For all we know, there might not even be a next round. There are 3 other people with 6 BP, right? Dio, K, and Phi. What do you think is going to happen if one of them gets 9 points this round? That's not going to happen. Why not? Phi and Luna are playing against Temyoji. He's only got 1 BP though. I really don't think they'd pick Betray. Temyoji picked Ally. They'd kill him. Same goes for Dio. He's playing against Alice and K, and Alice's BP. No! Don't even think about that! Clover is going to axe murder me again if we lose. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I agree, but her BP is the same as Temyoji's, so unless Dio's willing to kill someone, he won't be able to get his BP to 9. Then Alice has to vote Betray. Yeah, that is generally the best defensive choice. But if Dio chooses Ally, then K would have 9 BP. Yeah. Jeez. Well, it's just like I said then. If K gets 9 BP, there won't be a third AB game. That's not necessarily the case. So it's over when someone gets 9 BP? Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 1 door, number 9 door even, the game goes on. So you think that K will stay here even if he gets enough points to leave? I don't know, but it's possible. No, it's not. Well, we can think about how we're going to vote later. For now, we need to get back to the others. There's a couple of things I've got to do when we get back. Fine. Yeah, the main question being, now that she's changed her outfit to this, where's she going to hide an axe? Okay, back to floor A then. Let's move, very slowly, through lots of background transitions. I turned and headed for the exit. After a few moments, I heard Clover's footsteps following behind me. I thought she was actually going to knock us out or something there. Why did we need to see that? I, as a player, can understand implication. Just be like, and then we went to the other warehouse. You see how long that took to say? I could say it many times just in this bloody lift ride. Swear to God. Clover. When has this game ever depended on implying anything? Yeah, I know. Hope springs eternal, though. Oh, thank goodness you're back. Yep. Are we the last ones? Yeah. Hey, where's Quark? Temioji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could. You see, game, that is a tactic you could take to travelling between rooms. Just be like, and then we did. Couple of ellipses? Fine. So, are these pod things really safe? Probably. Probably? No, they're definitely safe. He lied. He's fine. Well, are they safe or aren't they? Look, I'm just worried about him, alright? Can you take me to this treatment center, Clover? Once again, you make Rocky Horror Picture Show new references in the chat, and I don't get them, because I have never seen the film. Don't worry, we've still got 20 minutes left. Plenty of time to go and have a look and come back. Is it? Okay, come on. As soon as she finished, she was off. Temioji followed at her heels, and in the blink of an eye they were gone out the magenta door, which we needed to show opening and closing for some reason. Alright, you guys got some splaining to do. Is that an I Love Lucy reference? Or, like, the popular reference that is made, despite I don't think it was ever even said that much in the show. But all the same, this game was written in 2012. I beg your pardon. Was that an I Love Lucy reference in the year of our Lord 2012? You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that. Sigma, take a look. As she spoke, Fi gestured towards the line of AB rooms. Of all the things you could accidentally put in my chat, it's the dying. One of the more menacing. All I'm gonna say. Thanks for that, but can we not have the dying? Just a counter suggestion. Let's be real, Emily, I'm far more likely to just randomly watch the film than I am to actually seek out individual songs. Only one was open. It's not like we opened them all up. So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here? Yeah. Well, then who was it? I opened it. So it was you. I figured as much from the everything about you. It's not really a big deal, okay? I mean, you came right back. Yes, Dio. Yes, it is a big deal. Why? If you hadn't made it back by the deadline, you'd just have defaulted to ally. No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes? What? We found this in the treatment center. There was no such thing in the pressure exchange chamber. I didn't see one in the pantry either. Huh. Well, whatever. You should really probably read it, though. reading the same thing, except in Alice's voice. You get it now? If we hadn't gone back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died. And you just... Alright, alright. So I get it. Sorry. You cut me some slack, though, man. I didn't know. So you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did? Of course I wouldn't have. What the hell, bro? We don't get the full facial animation, but I feel like Dio gets really pouty when he's like that. He just has the air. Said the room you went into... Oh. This is fire, isn't it? You said the room you went into was a treatment center, right? Yeah? If they treat people there, I'd think they'd have shelves of medicine and stuff. Did you find any XL there? No, it's not really that kind of place. It just had those pods and that was it. Besides, if we'd found anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod. I see. Can the pod cure Radical 6? No, unfortunately. How do you know that? Oh, well, it said so on the screen next to the pods. The pod told me. Something about how it can provide relief from the symptoms, but it can't actually cure the disease. It's better than nothing, though. Oh, right, there's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quick as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep. Again, 2 ellipses, that's a perfectly fine amount of transition. I needed that stretch, which is not exactly news. Cold sleep. Are you suggesting the 3 of us were until recently cryogenically frozen? If you can trust what you read, then yeah. Which of us are the pod people, then? I don't know, that's what I'm saying. Didn't say who they were, or even when they were frozen. If only one of us, but maybe even 3 of us, are filled with a mysterious white liquid. So, this cold sleep, that means they basically froze the body solid, right? Not like how a bear or something hibernates where it just slows way down. Yeah, I think so. So what would happen to the heart? What? Wouldn't it stop when you were put into cold sleep? I think that's the idea, yes. Oh! Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Oh! So if we go into cold sleep, our bracelets would come off. And then we can just defrost ourselves right away. You said there were 3 pods, right? We'd only need to do it 3 times for the 9 of us. Uh-huh. I imagine that would work for you, but perhaps not so much for me. I mean, it worked on a pot plant. Ariyama. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll figure out something else to do. That's not what it says, I'm sure we'll figure something out. We should go and have a look at any rate. We'll be able to come up with a plan once we know more. Of course. See, that's an area transition I can vibe with. What? What do you mean the cold sleep function doesn't work? I'm sorry. You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. Zero Senior must have just locked it down. When Clover and I were here, it worked. Yeah, I remember checking it. And that bastard set this up. That's low. It is not pleasant, but consider this. We have seen how thorough Zero is. Would he really have left such an obvious loophole? I think I've just worked out what K's deal is. I'm not going to say what I'm feeling at the minute and what clues we've seen. So that when it does happen, I can be like, yes, called it. And none of you will believe me because I didn't call my shot here. But still, the universe will know that in my heart, I called it. I clicked out of the window by accident. I was too preoccupied with calling it. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. If Zero Jr. heard me, he could have shut it off. Whatever the case, it is an unfortunate outcome. Unfortunate? Really? You sure? Aren't you just a little bit relieved? After all, we were going to get our bracelets off while you were stuck with yours. How could you say that? I would never be so pettious. Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility. 10 minutes remain until Ambidex's game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Time's running out. We should get back, guys. I'm staying here. I can't leave Quark. No, you nuts, old man. You're a solo. Your I could kill you. Yeah, I know I've only got 1 BP. Exactly. If you don't vote, you'll default to ally. All they have to do is pick betray. We won't. You staying here won't change our vote. Right. We always intended to choose ally. Temyoji staying here is just another reason for us to stick to that plan. Luna has the same number of BP as you, Temyoji. Normally the safe plan would be to choose betray. Since you will be unable to betray them, then Fi and Luna can choose to ally without worrying about their own points. Yes. Well, there you go. I trust Fi and Luna. I'm sure they'll choose ally. Sounds good. Okay then, Temyoji, you take care of Quark. You think I need you to tell me that? What? How? Take care of him how? He's in a box. I wouldn't take my eyes off of him for a minute. You can't see him? He's in a box. Come on. We don't have much time left. We need to go. And here we are, in the Milkman Comedy Room. Back at the Flore warehouse, we opened the AB rooms. Who makes the jingling noise when they run? I desperately want to know. 4 minutes remain until Ambidex's game polling closes. Alright, clever. We should probably head into Okay. Do you like the kind of spinning stereo effect on this? The Amadeus game is begin. Click the button, lock the doors. Sigma, do you remember what I said back in the other warehouse? Yeah. You told me we should betray Quark since we might not get another chance like this. Right? Yeah. Can I, take that back? Huh? I changed my mind a little bit after talking to Tenmyoji. I think we should choose Ally. Hey, that's more than just a little bit. It's like someone trading in a Shih Tzu for a German Shepherd. Or, I'm sure there were other larger metaphors I could use, but no. Choose changing your thing from one option to the diametrically opposed option is very much like trading a small dog for a large dog. Maybe this is just me speaking as somebody who notably does not dog. Oh. But yeah. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you? I can't tell you. What? Why? I just can't. You'd laugh if I did anyway. I'm gonna laugh. Really? Promise. Well, I still can't tell you. Hey, come on. I promised. I told Tenmyoji I wouldn't tell anybody. That drop hit's pretty hard. Alright, fine. I won't ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quark. No, he does matter. Quark is really important to Tenmyoji. Yeah, but he'd only be going down to like 4. If we betray Quark, we're betraying Tenmyoji. Come on, don't you remember? When we were going into the red, blue and green doors, Tenmyoji said something. I didn't say there wasn't anyone I trusted. There's one person. Clover. I just know that you'll keep them safe. Well, get ready to betray that trust. I can't betray someone who'd say that about me. You seem pretty ready to betray him back on floor B. That's because I didn't know who he was. Huh, so you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is? Well, if what he told me was true, then yeah. One minute remains until Amadeus game polling closes. Please, choose Ally. You aren't going to try and vote yourself? If I try, you'll just throw me off, right? You're a government ninja and I'm an idiot. I've only got protagonist advantage over here. I don't think I'm strong enough to fight you. You can jump off buildings. And onto buildings. Alright. With that, I turn to face the voting machine. The question was, what would I do? Ally? Or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even taking into consideration that Quark was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if we didn't do something. How could I betray someone like that? Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. But what if that gain is information that you can then use in better timelines to make things better? And if we can just erase this universe from history and it never happened at all, but we just take some key figures and clues from it. Seriously, this music goes hard. And this doesn't have a goose in it. On the other hand, what Clover had said in the warehouse on 4B was true. It was unlikely that I'd get a chance like this again. If I chose Betray, then I'd have 9 BP. I'd be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole. 10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes. So what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or Betray? I chose 3, 2, 1. Again, yes, it's a terrible thing to do, but we do have to explore all the branches to get all our keys, and also, I want to see what will happen. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. What did you choose, Sigma? You didn't see me push the button? No. Huh. Well, you know, man. What, you want to do that? What do you want to do after that is up to you. What do you think you are, Neo? You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here. Your choice. That's as good as saying you chose Betray. I grinned and headed towards the display. Wow, choosing that has just put Sigma into full dick mode. Once again, it is 4:30 in the afternoon and I feel like I just woke up. Yeah, it's just like, only a complete monster would click Betray here. And you click it and it's like, oh, okay, you're going down that route, are you? Well, let's lean into it. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. And do that anime portrait thing. As we thought. Womp womp. He had 6 BP, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points. You've got a 9, baby. What did you do, Clover? Sorry, it wasn't me. As an endlessly quotable philosopher Shaggy once wrote. Sigma, huh? Yeah. Care to explain this, then? What's there to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. I'm getting out of here. What? Oh, are you going with him, Clover? When they all turned to look at Clover, I made my move. My feet pounded across the metal floor of the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door. Hey! Wait! You'd have to do better than shout if you wanted to stop me. It was close, I was almost there. To one last running leap. And slammed into the wall, the unlocking device right in front of me. Good job. With a yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. It opened. It heckin' opened. The door began to open. A heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room. Shit! That son of a bitch actually did it! His voice sounded almost surprised. I turn to face him. Sorry, but it looks like this is a goodbye. Sigma. Yeah, don't worry. I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not going to just leave you all here to die. Don't give me that shit. I know a liar when I see one. Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked. Now you guys are just gonna let him run off like this? No way. I can't allow that. He took advantage of a sick kid. He's just a coward. Agreed. I also agree. That's it then. Let's get him. Ready? Yeah. He's toast. Just leave it to us. Hey now. Don't do anything you'll regret. This door only opens once, you know. If you stop me, then give it up. Charge! Shit. I span back around to face the door. There it was. Right in front of me. Freedom. I leapt for it, or at least I tried. It happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse. Doors open. The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds. Shit! Let me go! Let go of me, goddammit! Feel something huge, heavy and metal pressed up against my back. Welcome to Emma Reed's Virtue's Last Reward fanfic. Kay had to be holding me down. I flailed and kicked, but it didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves. The door only opens once. If I don't... I know. Go, Clover. Huh? You're the only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else can get out. But this is an order from your commanding officer. You are to escape from this facility. Once you've accomplished that, call for help. Stop complaining and go. If that door crosses, it's all over. None of us will get out of here alive. Leave. Did the erotic units in this game increase, or is it just me? No, not just you. The door had already begun to close. The space was narrowing quickly, but it was still wide enough for a single person to make it through. You didn't leave me much choice. Ah! I couldn't see what had happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door. Looking up, I could see Clover's feet just beyond the entryway. What happened? I've fallen out of the window again, haven't I? Yeah. I think I clicked something on my dashboard. So if something happens on my channel, it's because I hit a button on my dashboard. I don't know what it was, and now it's just a loading symbol. So that will presumably trip at some point. Alice! Go. Call for help. I'm counting on you. Alice! No! can't! And then she was never heard from again. The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay. Womp womp. Did we save Clover or kill her? An excellent question, given that we don't know what happened to her outside and we're never leaving this facility. Let's save. So that's that branch. We didn't get a key that opened any of the other branches, so now let's go back to that Amberdex round and this time decide to not be a raging dick. And a fast forward. God, the fast forward feature is an absolute lifesaver. I don't know if I'd be able to get through this game without it. And now we ally. And we keep fast forwarding. What did you choose, Sigma? I feel like winning the nonary game is a mixed bag, yeah. I mean, yeah, because whatever you get, it's gonna necessarily come with a whole heap of trauma. You didn't see me push the button? No. Huh. Well, you know in a moment. Let's go. I gave her a light pat on the shoulder and headed toward the wall where the results would be displayed. Results from round 2 of the Amberdex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. And do your anime portrait. Sigma doesn't get one of those. Very sad. I guess it's true what they say, you can never truly see your own anime portrait. Everyone was nice to each other, and now lots of people have 8. But up. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points. So you chose ally, huh? Yeah, Quark is sick, a kid, and unable to vote. Could bring myself to betray someone like that. Brackets again. Thank you. No need to thank me. I need to what anyone would have. So you guys chose ally too, huh? Of course. Temyoji only had 1 BP left and he was guaranteed to vote ally. So there's no way we could betray someone in that position. You complete monster. If we had, then he'd... Yeah, you didn't have much choice. Alice, Kay, and Dio, on the other hand, seem to have had a less pleasant round. Hey, what in the hell is your problem? You're either crazy or just an asshole. Are you trying to kill me? No, nothing like that. Well, then what was it like? If we'd voted ally, You would be dead. Needles in your bracelet would have activated, killing you. Wasn't Clover arguing to vote betray? Yeah, she was, but then she had a heart-to-heart with Temyoji about Quark being possibly dead. And then when we actually got into the room, she was like, oh no, pick ally. I changed my mind. Oh. fun update. That button on my dashboard I accidentally clicked still does not appear to do anything. Just loading. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think there was any way in hell you guys would choose Ally, not with Alice's BP at 1. And the only way you could possibly vote was Betray. Picking Ally when I knew you guys would pick Betray would have been suicide. You can't die, you've got 6 BP. Well, maybe not immediately, no. But I would have been signing my own death warrant. Heck, not just mine. Everyone except K's. What? Didn't you think it through? Your vote was always going to betray. Let's say I was a raving lunatic and picked Ally. What would happen to K's BP? 6 plus 3 would make 9. See? Then it'd be game over. Life over. He'd open the number 9 door and blow his popsicle stand. And that would leave us twisting in the wind, living out the rest of our miserable lives stuck in this place. You see? That's why I chose Betray. I did it to save all of our necks, including yours. Alice gritted her teeth and scowled fiercely at Dio, apparently trying to think of a rebuttal before finally snorting indignantly and walking away. Shortly thereafter, the warehouse was filled with the rumbling sound of the doors sliding shut. The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex games can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them. Many times we want, huh? And that means we can play the AB game as many times as we want. Right? Hey, didn't Zero Jr. just say something about this? Oh wait, that's Dio. Imagine that in his voice. Be more louche. As soon as the gates close, your colours all get shuffled up automatically. The parent solo assignments hop around a bit too. Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colours and groups people are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. K's on 6. Luna's on 3. How have I forgotten her name? Mercedes? What? Who the hell is Mercedes? Sorry, I just had a weird vacant moment there, and my brain was thinking about something entirely unrelated. Anyway, that's Phi, isn't it? That's Tenmyoji, because he looks like he's wearing a skin suit. Oh no, that's Phi. You can tell because she's terrifyingly pale. The other one must have been Alice. Oh no, that's Alice. Boo. Who else do we even have? And I'm in it. I see. Luna and... Oh, it was Clover. Luna and Clover are a cyan pair, and Phi and Alice are a magenta pair. The remaining 3 are all solos. K is red, Dio is green, and I'm blue. How are the groups supposed to work for the next round? I think the next doors are going to be one of those white ones down the floor, be warehouse. Yeah, I heard about those. Alice told me about them while we were waiting here for you and Clover. I think I've got them figured out. Yeah? So lay it out for us. How the group's going to shake out this time? I nodded and began to explain. Option A, Temioji and Quark, yellow, pair up with me, blue, to open one door. Fire and Alice, magenta, pair up with Dio, green, to open another door. Luna and Clover, cyan, pair up with Kay, red, to open the last one. Oh, is there only one option? Again, why do you call it option A when there's just one? Yeah. No other combinations would be able to open the second doors. Admittedly, Temioji and Quark aren't here for us to check, but I'm sure they're the yellow pair. If they weren't, then Sigma would be stuck without anybody who could pair up with. Oh god. I never thought I'd have to put up with Dio again. Which is a hilarious sentence for me to say, and for basically nobody in this chat. Suffice it to know that my online quiz league team, we are the Dionysus Appreciation Society, but that is standardly abbreviated to Dio. So every time we talk about Dio here, I'm just thinking of me and my friends. And it's just like... In fact, you know what? Excuse me while I print screen that and drop it in Paint, so I've got it for later. There we go. Important for me. Well, you just didn't think hard enough then. Sooner or later, everybody puts up with Dio. Wait. So, what should we do now? It looks like we have a lot of time until the primary doors open. Yeah, about 80 minutes. I'm worried about Quark's condition. Those pods can't cure Radical 6, he still needs help. Well, we don't have anything to lose, so we might as well look for that medicine. Excelivir, right? Yeah. What about the rest of you? Oh, I'll help. As will I. Me too. Fine. I guess I can help. What about you, Sigma? Of course I'll help. Kind of a jerk, wouldn't? Okay, we should split up and search. After some discussion, Dio and Kay were assigned to the pantry, Luna and Alice to the treatment center, and Clover, Fi, and myself to the pressure exchange chamber. Sounds like absolutely the place you'd find antivirals. Shall we regroup in the floor B warehouse, 10 minutes before the doors open? This feels like it's leading into a longer scene. I swear we only had a little bit of flowchart left on this route. We do only have a little bit of flowchart left on this route. Excellent. Good to know. We all nodded. Kay turned to Alice and Luna. You are going to the treatment center, correct? Yes. Then please remember to tell Temioji where we intend to meet and when. Okay. You must also remember to bring Quark with you. I'm concerned about removing him from the pod, but it can't be helped. Without Quark's bracelet, Sigma and Temioji will be unable to open the secondary door. Right. Good. Looks like we got all that. Looks like we got that all straightened out. Let's go. With a final nod to one another, we split up, each team heading in a different direction. Why? You're all going to the second floor, so you'll be going that far together at least. Again, direct room transition. Love it. This is a room we've never been in before. Doesn't look like it'll contain antivirals, I'll tell you that. So this is the pressure exchange chamber. No, this is the prep room. There are 2 levels. The actual pressure exchange chamber is downstairs. How do you know that? Alice told me. She was one of the people who investigated this room. Did you talk to her when you were waiting for us back in the warehouse? Yeah. Well, let's head downstairs then. Good idea. And then we pressed the whole thing and the whole facility flooded and we died. So this is the real thing. Seems like it. Why do they have something like this here? Well, this is just what Alice told me, but apparently the pressure inside the facility was a lot higher than the pressure outside. Are you underwater? That was part of a system designed to keep the virus from getting in. Or are you on the moon? It did mean, however, that we'd need to go through a decompression process in order to get outside. Remember all those suits along the wall of the prep room? Those keep you from getting infected. We won't even be able to enter the pressure exchange chamber if we don't have them on. I see. Whoa. Then that newspaper article was right? Unfortunately, that seems pretty likely. So the air out there is teeming with Radical 6. Yeah. Something's been bothering me. What is it? Aren't you saying that if we put on those suits we can go into the pressure chamber and go outside, right? Oh, no, we can't do that. The door beyond the pressure exchange chamber is locked up tight. Just one door between us and freedom. I mean, there always was. Well, if you look at it that way, it's the same as the number 9 door. Okay, yeah, but... whatever, we need to be focusing on finding that elevator. Quark needs it. Yeah, you're right. I'll go look around upstairs. You two take this floor, right? Got it. Okay. We looked everywhere we could think of, but turned up nothing. Eventually, I couldn't keep my mouth shut any longer. Hey, what do you think the deal is with this stuff about the world being infested with some crazy virus? Pandemic seems like it would make the news, but I don't remember hearing anything. It's almost like time is weird. Wait a minute. You mentioned it, didn't you? Back when Dio was asking questions. We were in the infirmary. Right after Quark lost it. Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of viral pandemic? Well, no. But... And then Alice said, I've heard rumors about a virus being used as a bioweapon. So what's the rumor she was talking about? I got the feeling you and Alice were talking about the same thing. Clover, what do you know? What are you and Alice, anyway? I heard you guys belong to some sort of organization, but what is it? Clover was quiet for a long time. She bit her thumbnail and looked down at the floor. Then finally she lifted her head and met my eyes. Fine. I think I can trust you. You cannot trust me. Just don't tell Alice, okay? Alright. Promise? Promise. Clover nodded and began to talk. I listened with rapt attention at a complete loss for words. Here's what she said. Oh my god, I thought we were just going to fade on that or something. Alice and I are agents of the SOIS, which is under the jurisdiction of the Department of Defense. Government Ninja. SOIS stands for Special Office of Internal Security, and we're an elite intelligence division that investigates potentially disruptive or dangerous elements, such as domestic or foreign terrorists, radical political splinter groups, and religious organisations with extreme agendas that could pose a threat to the state or citizenry. Our existence hasn't been made public, so there are only a few people who even know we exist. You're probably wondering how I even got involved in something like that, huh? Well, it started when I met Alice. I told you that I've played the nonary game twice before, right? Well, this was after the second time, so about a year ago. We'd just escaped, and we were all stuffed into this SUV barreling along the desert. I was driving, and that's when I saw her. In the ending to that game, which certainly happened. Alice. She was standing next to the road with her thumb out. Standing next to the road with everything out, my dude. She was already working for the SOIS, and she'd been on her way to the building we'd been trapped in as part of her investigation. But on the way there, her car had broken down. Oh, what? Are we retconning that she was never the mummy to begin with? What? I don't know if my mic was turned up high enough, but if you listen closely enough on the VOD there, you can hear the tiny, tiny sound of my faith shattering. I'm so disappointed. Oh, it's fine, she was a spy. We offered to give her a ride, of course, but why was she naked? After she got in, we started talking, and it turned out that Alice had gotten a tip that the terrorists she was after were in the building we'd been trapped in. And it was us, I don't know. Also, what, she just told you immediately about her being a spy? Because it's been pretty bloody hard to get it out of you. We couldn't see how us playing the nonary game had anything to do with the terrorists. But Alice had a suggestion. Maybe the two people who trapped you in there are the terrorists. That didn't seem very likely to us, but we were chasing after them anyway, so we decided to bring Alice with us. Unfortunately, we didn't find them. As far as we know, they're still out there on the run. Anyway, we were taken back to SOIS headquarters and put into custody. I guess they thought there had to be some kind of connection between us being kidnapped and the terrorist group they were investigating. But they must not have found anything, because after a few days of questioning, they let us go. We all went home and returned to our lives. But things didn't go back to the way they'd been. My mum got really worried about me and my brother since we'd gotten kidnapped twice now, so she hired bodyguards for us. Oh, I haven't told you about him. I haven't told you about my brother, have I? He's super awesome, for one. And he was in both of the last two nonary games, too. So, anyway, we'd been grabbed twice, but the people behind the two nonary games were totally different. That didn't matter to my mum, though, so after that, all these huge men in black suits followed me and my brother everywhere. It was awful. Yeah, no, that is a... I'll be honest, that is a entirely rational and sensible and commensurate response to your children being kidnapped twice. We were always being watched. People would look at us funny because we were being followed around by a bunch of creepy-looking guys. I couldn't stand it. Just when I thought I'd finally be free, all that was waiting for me was another kind of prison. God, it must suck to have rich parents who are concerned about your well-being. The only time I was really happy was when I was hanging out with my brother. So we were talking it over one day, and we decided to leave. Like, run away. So we did it. After that, we lived on our own. Again, that's the kind of explanation I can get behind game. We were going to do this. And we did. Didn't need to see every door transition there, did I? I worked in a cafe and he composed music. He plays the harp and he started writing this kind of new agey music. It got kind of popular, so we didn't have to worry too much about surviving. Okay, the secret file didn't go places as much as I expected it to. This story, on the other hand... So we escaped, and then Snake became Enya. Sometimes he'd play at little venues like coffee houses and stuff, and his fans would show up and listen to him play and cry. Or some of them would meet on their own and recite stuff from the book he'd written and play his songs. I know that sounds kind of like weird and culty, but they just do that stuff on their own, okay? My brother doesn't have anything to do with it. I mean, that doesn't sound like a cult, that just sounds like having fans. Anyway, we did that for a while, and then one day Alice showed up. I need your help, she told us. We need people who can do what you can do. So we went to the location she gave us, and it turned out to be the headquarters of the SYS, where they'd taken us after the second nonary game. They put us in a room with about a dozen or so people who were all about the same age as us. A bunch of them looked familiar too. It only took a moment to realise how we knew each other. They were the kids from the first nonary game. We were all excited to see each other again, and we were hugging and shaking hands and stuff. And then Alice walked in. The whole room went quiet. She walked up to the podium and looked around the room, making eye contact with each one of us. Right now, a terrorist organisation is preparing for a major attack. They plan to trigger a viral pandemic. If they succeed, they will strike a massive blow against all of humanity, not just any one country. It's possible that we as a species will die out completely. We are doing our best to prevent this, but we need your help. You are what we call espers. You have the ability to access the morphogenetic field. We need that. This is simultaneously providing a lot of connective tissue to the first game, and I'm not convinced all of it is good. I'm guessing you don't know what any of that is, but basically we can do this thing that's kind of like telepathy. I mean, it isn't really telepathy, but that's probably the closest thing, okay? Espers can resonate their consciousness with another person through this thing called the morphogenetic field. The purpose of the first nonary game was to research that ability. So, they kidnapped kids who had the potential to do it and threw them into the game. Alice had gathered up all the kids from that experiment. Well, I mean, it had been 9 years since it happened, so we weren't really kids anymore. Anyway, everybody she brought in was an Esper. That included me and my brother, of course. I bet you think I'm just making all this up, huh? I don't blame you. It is pretty crazy. I will miss our mummy, but feel less weird about shipping Alice and Clover now. Reasonable. Reasonable. The age gap is no longer measured in millennia. I mean, I was even starting to forget I could do that stuff. So when I heard Alice's story, I was like, screw that. I was trying to move on with my life, and now some shady government creeps wanted me to use some weird ability I had for them. No way. I wasn't even sure I could do it anymore. Some of the others felt differently though, and they told Alice they'd do it. It was a job after all, and most people wouldn't turn down a salary like that. Oh right, I forgot to tell you, she told us how much they'd pay us if we helped. It was a lot. More wealth than you can imagine. But I was still totally against doing it. My brother told me he'd go along with whatever I decided, so I decided we were leaving. A couple of days passed, and then Alice showed up at our apartment. She didn't waste time. The people behind the first nonary game might have been part of the terrorist organisation Alice and the SOIS were after. Wasn't that, she asked, something that I might want to know more about? Yeah. I'm running into that bit again where some of these voices aren't particularly sustainable for 20-minute monologues. That
got me curious. My brother too. But the clincher was what Seven said to us. He was one of the guys that got abducted with us for the second nunnery game. She called him on her phone right there, then and there, and handed it to us. You guys are the only people who can do this. We don't know where Junpei is. He's gone off to travel the world looking for Akane. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Please, just do me a favour and help Alice out.
Junpei, like Seven, another participant from the second nunnery game. Akane, one of the people behind the second nunnery game. Why does your speech have footnotes?
Seven was a Japanese policeman, which was probably how Alice got in touch with him. Anyway, that did it. My brother and I agreed to join the SOIS. For the next couple of months, all we did was train. Half the time it was general knowledge and technical skills an SOIS agent needed, and the other half was learning to strengthen our Esper abilities. They'd actually known about Espers for quite a while, and had a lot of techniques that helped us get better and stronger. After several months of hard work, we were finally ready for our first field missions. Mine was an infiltration. My brother stayed at the base so I could relay information back through him. I was supposed to sneak into a research facility posing as one of their workers, and then use the morphogenetic field to transmit what I found back to my brother. But everything went wrong. It was a trap. The whole research facility was fake and I got captured. Alice had to come rescue me. I'd been sending information about the inside of the facility to my brother, and Alice used that information to come and find me. As soon as she got there, she picked me up and carried me out. I was relieved and happy to be alive and free, but I also felt ashamed and miserable. While she was carrying me back out, I started to cry. She was just so cool, and I wasn't.
Wow, we are joining you on the ship, clearly.
I wanted to be just like her. So from that day onward, I did everything I could to be more like Alice.
Be more Alice.
Our infiltration ended in failure, but we did manage to get something useful. In fact, we were able to figure out where their headquarters was. The directors decided that December 25th, 2028 would be the day we would strike. This time, I promised myself, we wouldn't screw it up. I was finally going to get some answers about something that had been with me for most of my life. But then, on December 22nd, 3 days before the raid, Alice and I were attacked by people in gas masks while we were going over our plans.
And when you woke up, you were in the warehouse.
Yeah.
All of that talking seemed to have tired Clover out. Oh, Clover! Clover's the one who's tired out from all that talking, is she? I can't think who else might be. She sighed and her long hair swayed as she moved. Weird detail to put in there. Hey, I've got a few questions. Join the club.
What are they?
Well, first off, your powers, I guess? Guessing you can't use them right now.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why. I've been sending my brother messages ever since I woke up, but...
No response?
Yeah. If there was another Esper here, they could make me stronger, but that's just wishful thinking. Wait.
What?
Well, if there's someone else who's stronger than me, then they kind of absorb my powers. Maybe... No, never mind. That's probably not it.
Right. Whatever. I have some other questions, so... Moving on. I think I understand what Alice was talking about now. They were trying to spread that virus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who are they? Yes, I know we're running long here, but I really want to get to the end of this story thread.
Well, I can't tell you that.
What? But why not? You told me all that other stuff, but this is too much. I do love how outraged Sigma gets. It's very relatable as a player of these games.
Well, Alice would be mad at me.
I already told you I wouldn't tell her! Fine. Let me rephrase. When are they going to do it?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't have gone to all that trouble.
So you don't know?
No. All we know is soon.
But that could mean just about anything.
Yeah. It could be next week, or next month, or even next year. Or it could have happened already.
Wait, you mean they might have already released the virus? I mean, if there's already a pandemic, it would stand to reason, Sigma, PhD.
Wouldn't that make the most sense? Like, how about this room? Or that newspaper article? And the 3 people who were put in cold sleep.
Are you saying you, me, and Alice were frozen, and the pandemic happened while we were on ice? Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. Nobody else has heard of Radical 6 either.
Maybe they're lying.
Really? All 6 of them?
Well, if Kay really does have memory loss, then it's only 5.
Again, lying is a thing that exists.
Quark is out too.
So you're saying Temyoji, Dio, Fi, and Luna are all lying? I guess they are a little suspicious.
Right?
And what's their motive?
For lying? How would I know?
Then what's the motive for a terrorist organisation to start a pandemic?
I heard it was something about purifying the unclean.
It always is. It's always something about purifying the unclean. Purifying the unclean.
Oh! Unclean. 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 Unclean.
What? What are you doing?
Shut up! Just hold on a minute. I'm this close to remembering. Unclean. Clean. In.
Een? What? Why are you just shouting Een at me? Een! Een! Note to stealth. Stop shouting Een at chat. She leapt up, suddenly excited.
Neostigmine!
Oh, really? Really? That's the connection we're making here? Well, this word ends with een, and you know what another word that ends with een is? Neostigmine. Maybe it works better in Japanese. I don't care. You know what?
Did you forget it already? I'm talking about this stuff.
As she spoke, she pulled something out of her pocket. It was the injection gun, complete with a vial of medication. Oh, right, I remember that. Sigma just has a real problem with object permanence. As soon as he sees anything, he's like, oh yeah, I remember this thing. Leaves his eyeline, gone from the universe. It was in the safe in the treatment centre, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have any idea what it was, though, so I gave it to you.
Exactly.
You saying you've heard about this neostigmine stuff before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just remembered.
You remembered?
My brother told me about that. Neostigmine is a type of cholinesterase inhibitor. That means it's a sort of an antidote for tubercularine.
Sorry, but I still don't get it, because I'm an idiot.
How easy do I have to make it? Okay, fine. I'll start at the top, right? The stuff I've got in here is neostigmine, which counteracts the muscle relaxant tubercularine. Following me?
Tubercularine is the poison in our bracelets, right? And I know this because I'm looking at the bracelet, so it exists.
Right. It's the second thing we get injected with if we're penalised. First is the soporil, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubercularine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
So you're saying this neostigmine keeps it from working?
Yes! Oh my god, how many times are you going to make me say it?
Really, really, game, we're going to lampshade this now? This is, what, the 15th episode of these games restating every bloody thing 4 times just to make sure everybody understands it. And now you're going to be like, oh my god, don't make me explain it so many times. Thin ice, Zero Escape. Thin ice. So we can just inject ourselves with this if we get penalised.
Yeah! We don't have to die! We're gonna be okay! We can only pull the trigger once, though.
That means we can only use it on one person.
Yeah.
Well, it's still good news. This means one of us can break the rules. Once. Like, let's see.
Best way to use it would be for sneaking through the number 9 door. If somebody gets 9 points, they can open it, right? With this stuff, somebody who doesn't have 9 points could still leave with them.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm gonna go tell Alice.
What? Hey! Clover, wait! Clover! It was too late. Clover was already on the lift and gone. So that'll be a key for a different route. Damn. I was, I think understandably, upset. Again, mood. With no stairs, my only choice was to wait for the lift to come back down. As soon as it was back, I jumped on and headed back upstairs. That is not a terribly healthy noise for your lift to be making. Fi. Where did Clover go? Fi, can you hear me? She didn't say anything, just stared at me with her mouth. She just stared at me with her mouse. No, she just stared at me with her mouth half open. Her eyes seemed slightly glazed and her body was unnaturally stiff. Yeah, I know, but this is not good. But on the other hand, we knew a bad end had to be coming because we've just got a piece of important information that we will end up needing in a different route. But so now they need to end this route. Fi? I grabbed her shoulder and shook her gently. Slowly, she raised her arm, fingers drooping limply from it. She gestured toward the exit that led away from the warehouse. That way? She went out that door. Fi's only answer was a slow, shallow nod. Right. Got it. Thanks. I headed for the exit, then paused. You look pretty tired. Get some rest, alright? Oh, right, you're just going to leave her like that. Great. Supportive, helpful, thank you. Still no response. There was something odd about her, but catching Clover seemed like more of a priority, really. Why? I turned back around and jogged out the door toward the treatment centre. Really, we need the map transition now. Yes, I know it's the treatment centre, because we said we were going to the treatment centre, and then the plaque said treatment centre, and now the caption says treatment centre. You don't need to keep saying treatment centre. Huh? This is weird. Where is everybody? I'd assumed Alice would be in the treatment centre, so Clover would have gone there to find her, but the room was empty. Luna and Temioji were gone too. They'd left Quark, and the readout on his pod said his vital signs were still normal. As far as I could tell, he was still asleep. Fine. Guess it's time to go look somewhere else. I made my way out of the treatment centre. Where are we going with this? All these rooms that we will inevitably one day have to solve puzzles in different routes. But in the meantime, enjoy this chill trip up. What the hell? What is going on here? I can't find anybody. Every single room is empty. Wait, there's still one place I haven't checked. The infirmary. Why didn't you check the infirmary? The infirmary. Plaque says infirmary. Title says infirmary. Caption says infirmary. Oh hey, it's the infirmary. I ran into the room and stopped short. I might as well have run into a brick wall. Whoa. Woozy background. My chest tightened so much I could barely breathe. No. What? What happened? I felt my whole body convulse, whether from terror or nausea, I couldn't tell. My legs went limp and I crumpled to the floor. Squish. Something sticky pressed against the palm of my hand, and I looked down to see blood. A vast, warm pool of fresh blood stretching out across the room, lapping at my legs and hands. Why? This can't be real. How could... Well, we've modelled all of this. We've not actually done the Lake of Blood that we keep describing, but hey! In the middle of the Lake of Blood, or the completely clean floor if you look at the art, like an island of flesh, were bodies. They were a bloody tangle of lifeless limbs and dead eyes, with too much blood and chaos for me to tell who was who. It's not that hard to tell who's who. You all have very distinct character designs. Had they sliced themselves open or stabbed one another? I couldn't tell. All the blood. Too much blood. Goose. Whatever they'd done, it was clear what tool they'd used to do it. A scalpel lay in the blood next to them, its handle and blade streaked with gore. This was how they'd died. This tiny blade. God. This is it. It's all over. This is how it ends. That's right. I have to end it. This nightmare. Oh god. Next up on things I don't really want to narrate, because I think we can all see where this is going, and it's not going to be pretty or fun. This nightmare will finally be over. Time to wake up. My fingers scraped across the floor as I picked up the scalpel. I lifted it slowly, carefully, to my neck, as if someone were guiding my hand with theirs. I drew it across my throat. So we learnt a lot, but then we got the suicide brain plague and died. Oh, we actually have ending music. It's not just like bump. It's usually just bump. I feel like there should be something happening other than the music. We hit credits. Have we hit credits before? I can't remember if we've hit credits before. Credits! Have we hit credits? I genuinely don't know. Yeah. No, I don't think we have. These are the credits. I'd let them run, but we are already half an hour over, so I'm not going to. Or apparently I am, because I do not appear to have a way to stop them. None of my buttons are doing anything. So instead, we're just going to sit here and talk for a bit, especially because I feel like this music might get my stream muted. So, that happened. Who'd have thought, eh? Video games treating suicidality and mental illness with all the subtlety of it slapped to the head with a brick. To steal a bit from another streamer, I'll be real. Okay, that was a breakdown I did not expect in this music. Just some nice, pleasant piano music, and let the beat drop. This is the funky part of the credits. So yeah, this game is a very strange thing. I think that's about... That's pretty much my assessment at this point, having played, I'm guessing, about half of it. I mean, probably not half by number of episodes, because obviously we'll get to fast forward a bunch of stuff, but then I suppose we fast forwarded a bunch of stuff already, so maybe. God, if this is halfway through the episodes, it will turn out that this game was longer than Mass Effect. Like... Honestly, I was not expecting these games to be as long as they are. I may have dug myself slightly too deep of a hole by saying I'll do the whole series, but here we are. We're already in that hole, and all we've got is a spade, so... Let's keep going, I guess. Clover End. Huh. Okay. And, yeah, this is an ending that actually gets us an icon there. That was Clover's ending. And it's not just marked as end, it's marked as actual thing. And we've unlocked some keys. Oh, wait, no, these are keys we've already been past. We haven't unlocked some keys, and you don't unlock keys, you unlock locks. That's why they call them locks. No, I do not think it has unlocked anything, because... all the open lock icons we've already been past and have closed locks after them. But hey, it will probably unlock something in the entire 50% of the branches we haven't touched. This game is big. It unlocked our dreams of ice mummies, exactly, and our ability to shout "Een." Een! What are you even talking about? Een! Yeah. And really, I think that's a special journey we've all been on together that you will never be able to share with anyone. Because you will go outside of this stream and shout "Een" at people, and they'll just think you're a weirdo and tell you to leave. True story, because I've done this in my life. Even before this, I must have somehow had visions of the future travel back through the morphogenetic field. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. This has been a lot of fun. Yeah, we are running late, so I'm just going to wrap it up here. Thanks so much, everyone who's watched. Thanks so much if you've stayed to the end. It means a lot, especially with us running late and into whatever the Christ all that was. Yeah. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent. It's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. You'll see it all on the title card in a second. We are streaming every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 PM British time. That is 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available. And I am running through to the end of this series, so help me God. Seriously, God, help me out. I might need it. Yeah. If you miss any of this weirdness, then you should give us a follow so that you can be notified when I'm live, but also you can find the VODs on my Twitch for 8 weeks after they've been up. Also, you can go on my YouTube at youtube.com/user/rf191999. If that address is unwieldy, which it is, you can also find a link to it in my Twitch about. So it's just below my stream right now. You can, you can there find all of my content back to the birth of the channel. That's like a year nearly. So go and check that out. Lots of games there, including the first one of these, which is nearly all up. I think the last part of it goes up today at time of recording. So yeah, it's like a couple of weeks usually behind schedule. That is also updating every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, so give us a subscribe on that, and 3 times a week you'll get hot, fresh VODs directly into your feed. What else? If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet... No, I skipped a step. If you want to support, I don't know, the SOIS shouting "Een" monetarily, then you can, of course, sub to the Twitch, or cheer with your bits on the Twitch. But, I mean, you very much don't have to. Just turn up and be chill and have a good time, and we can all hang out together and experience whatever the hell is going on. Yes, if you do want to find me elsewhere on the internet, best place to check is Twitter, at Waruce, that's WARUCE, where I post memes and stream notifications and political rants and whatever I happen to be talking about at the time. There's no real system to that. And if you want to see me in other projects, check out twitch.tv/thebardsplayhouse. That's TheBardsplayhouse, every Saturday at 6:30 PM Eastern. That is 11:30 British time, because I have a interesting relationship with my own sleep schedule, where I'm in an ongoing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition Fall of London Chronicle. We've only got a few episodes left, but they are probably going to be a hell of a ride. So come check that out. And I think that is about it. So, once again, thank you all for watching. Love you all. And I will see you again on Thursday, when we will try and continue unraveling this bizarre mess together.